am Red Cyclone! Yeah!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better at Square podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
What is going on, world?
Have you been turned into a magic carp?
No.
Okay.
I wish I don't. I think that would be the worst.
Have you been assaulted by a Snorlax?
No, I have not.
Then you have not been playing Pokemon Legends Arceus.
I have not. I heard good things though.
I heard a lot of people say they really like it. Like it's the best Switch Pokemon game.
Yeah.
Because there's been like 3 or something like that, right?
Like 4.
4? All right. Well, maybe they like.
You got Let's Go Pikachu.
Mm-hmm. And then what was the other one?
Sword
it was
and Shield.
And
then the Brilliant Diamond, the remakes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's been getting praise, which is good, but it's also it's kind of buggy, which is hilarious. I've seen some stuff already, and then also some of the systems in the game. This is what made me really laugh, was that the Pokemon attack the trainer. And it is almost hilarious how they do it, because sometimes you'll be in a situation where like maybe you're traversing through the environment, because I see is literally, okay, well, we put all the mountains and the hills and the little lakes you can go into and stuff like that. And there'll sometimes be a Pokemon just chilling like on a riverbank. And when they spot you, they get a little exclamation point, and then their eyes go red. And it's the creepiest shit ever. There's like a video of, what's a Chansey, the one with the little egg?
Yeah.
And like it spots a human, and then it just shoots him with a hyper beam.
Oh,
like, damn.
I think someone posted
like that.
Yeah, someone posted something like that. Like, fucking, you see like a person walk by a Pokemon and he putting up the hands and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's another one of it's a Pokemon I don't know the name of, and the guy is trying to climb out of the little lake. Yeah. And the Pokemon standing there at the top, and he's like, "Hey, Haji." He just kicks him off the ledge. He falls back in the lake. And I was just like, wow, what is this game? This is nuts. So I'm glad to see people pick that up and are going nuts with it, and that it is also doing some things I have never thought I'd ever see in a Pokemon game. That's cool.
That's good. I'll probably pick it up eventually. Right now, there's a couple other games that I have in mind. So down the road, I'll get it.
Yes, sir.
What else? I've been watching. I watched this show recently called The Legend of Voss Ex Machina. Is on Amazon Prime.
What's that about?
It's like a Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. It's from the same artists that did Voltron and Last Airbender, and I think they also did the Invincible cartoon. It's like a very adult cartoon, and it's really fucking funny, and I'm actually quite enjoying it. It's very D&D. Like, there's a dwarf that kind of fucks everything, and then they all have their powers and stuff like that, and they got hired to take out this dragon. They end up being betrayed into it and things like that. There's a lot of drama into it, but it's actually really funny and really good. There's 4 episodes on right now. Let me get the actual right name, because I think I'm saying the name wrong. But yeah, my boy Alvin was telling me about it. He said, yeah, you might like it because it was actually really funny. And I watched the first 3 episodes and I laughed my ass off. It's The Legend of Vox Machina.
Okay.
And it's really good. Definitely check that out. It's on Amazon Prime.
Is anybody of note that you know in there?
Not really, because I looked at the voice actors and I didn't really. Well, Felicia Day is on one of the episodes, and David But like the regular cast for it, I don't recognize most of the people on there. But I've seen them on an episode. Felicia Day and David Tennant.
Okay. Okay,
So-
that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Talking about cartoons, SWAT Cats is coming.
Well, I've heard this before, but is it real?
Yeah, they actually showed a new picture of it.
I'll believe it when I see it in motion.
Yeah, me too. Again, I was part of the Kickstarter when they first launched this thing, so I'm like, about damn time there's an update. Sheesh. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna get a SWAT Cats reboot. It's in the works right now. It's gonna be called SWAT Cats Revolution.
I just hope it's good. I just hope it's good. That's
Me
all.
too. Me too. Me too. But yeah, I was actually really excited to hear that.
They say what platform is going to be on?
No.
Okay.
So that's something to wait on.
Hope it doesn't disappear again.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. What else that they were talking about? I was looking at the Shmu. Oh yeah, I was telling you about the Shmu animation that premieres tonight on Adult Swim at 12:30. It looks pretty cool. I might actually watch it.
Does it have anybody, like, any studio names attached to it? Like, do you know who did the animation? Or anything?
I'm probably the wrong person to talk about anime to, because I think everyone does the same.
Oh, it's an anime. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was just a cartoon because it's on Adult Swim. I thought it was a regular ass cartoon.
It's an anime.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a
yeah.
straight
All
anime.
right.
So I don't know who done. It looks very If I had a, I don't know. I don't know these artists. I can't tell you. I'll be honest. I can't tell you.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty cool. It looks like it's taking a lot from the source and things like that. Like they showed like the game with the anime, and they show scene by scene of the anime in the game. So it looks like they're doing like the direct like from the game and shit.
I mean, does that mean you have to work on a forklift? Is that?
He probably does, but probably won't take as long as it did for you to get past that.
I mean, listen, you got to win those races, man. You can't show up to work and lose every day. You got to win those the mini forklift. You got to get the first place one. You have to.
Oh man, Shawn Michaels looks like a hobo.
You got it. I mean, he aged kind of rough.
Nah, they showcased him on the WWE 2K22. I guess he's part of the storyline, and they showed him with one of the other trainers, and oof, he looks old.
I mean, well, look at his pictures. He looked kind of rough now.
Yeah, he looked like
a rough-looking old man.
Yeah, he looked like they found him on a bus terminal.
He was living a hard life for a little bit. Sometimes you don't recover fully from that. So
he came back. Bit him in the ass.
I mean, it is what it is. The human body can only take so much, right? So
yeah.
But it's good to see he's still with us and that they put him in the game. All right.
Yes. Yeah, go Shawn Michaels.
I mean, I'm just saying why Ray couldn't win the Royal Rumble. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Or anyone else in between besides Brock Lesnar. I would have took anybody.
This is true. This is true.
Yo, you give me Shanky winning, I'm like, whatever. It'd be someone new. I don't care.
Yeah. He has to be MC Shanky then.
Yeah. MC Shanky, world champion.
That'd be
We
the
could
best.
only
Oh
dream.
my goodness. Yeah, we could only that will never happen.
No. Xavier Woods have more of a shot than Shanky.
I guess, yeah. I guess. I don't know.
Actually, I think Shanky has more of a shot than
I think
Xavier.
Shanky may have more of a chance. How old is Shanky? Yeah,
He's
got
7
a
foot
future.
tall, so
But how old is he? He's probably like 22 or
he's
something.
20.
He's like a baby.
He's mid-20s.
So yeah, he's got more of a chance than a lot of people. I'm just saying their direction nowadays. How old is you?
Huh?
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Where's your age? All right. Yeah.
All right.
Whatever. Been checking out Seafood, and the game looks pretty cool. Like, I'm looking at it. I've been watching other people play it, and now I'm getting to a point that it's starting to spoil shit, and I'm like, all right, I gotta stop watching people play it.
They say how far they're allowed to go.
I think people have the full. This one person I'm watching. What's her name? This is what's her name? I know her. Aliyah Pierce.
Okay. Okay.
She's playing the first hour of the game.
All right. That's cool.
So that's what she's explaining. I'm not listening to her. I'm just watching the gameplay. But it looks really cool. It comes out on PS4 on Tuesday, and we kind of talked about it like probably a month ago.
It's on 5 too, right?
Yeah. PS5.
I know you said 4. It's on 5 too. Right?
PS5. Yeah. PS5, PS4. It's on both.
Gotcha. Good.
It's from, I think Epic Games made this.
They're probably the publisher, but the developer I know is Slow Clap.
Okay.
And they're the ones responsible for Absolver. And I think they made a one other game of note, but I can't remember. But I know they made Absolver before this one.
Okay.
Which was very similar, as in it's a martial arts game focused on one-on-one.
Okay.
They're trying to expand it to multiple people, so that's the whole thing. I want to see how it works.
Yeah.
So we'll see. They very much are inspired by God Hand when it comes to the way that they set up your character and whatnot.
Yeah.
Where you can customize moves to basically to the punches and the kicks. You don't have to do. There's no like preset generic moveset in that game. So in this game, I'm not 100% sure. So I kind of would like people to like, because I understand you want to get your chunk out there for the people to see the game and content, but whatever, man. I'm gonna buy it at some point. I just want to know a little bit more about the actual beginning systems and stuff. Like, is it like that, like Absolver? Like how does the moveset actually evolve?
Yeah.
Like, can I put a super kick on my character and just do the super kick all the time like I could in God Hand? Can I do that? I don't know. Like, can you do that in Sifu? I want to know. So
yeah, so far
that's kind of stuff I want to see.
So good. So far it looks interesting. So far it looks like it's going to be an interesting game. It's getting good reviews around. It's getting mixed reviews at certain people, depending on who you're talking to, who's reviewing it. But so far I'm very interested in seeing where this game is.
I hope it's good.
Yeah, it's just been watching gameplay, but yeah, it comes out Tuesday, so check it out.
Yes, sir.
I got the Raphael, the Leonardo Donatello Power Ranger figures in. I think I sent you the picture, but they look so badass. Like the Power Ranger suits on the turtles are so dope.
Good.
So they did a comic book team up of Power Rangers Ninja Turtles probably 2 years ago. Early 2020 it came out. It was like a 5-part series. I read them all. They were actually really good. So they had the toys based on it. So pretty much during the comic, the Power Rangers lose their powers. So Donatello kind of plays with the morphing grid and able to make the Ranger suits work on the turtles. So Leonardo is the Blue Ranger. Donatello is the Black Ranger. Michelangelo was the Yellow Ranger. April O'Neil was the Pink Ranger, and Raphael was the Red Ranger, and they actually have their own little style on it and everything like that. They kind of have the same weapons, but kind of adjusted to their style of weapon, and I actually think it's pretty dope. Like, they look really dope. I actually would love to see this in the game, like fucking on Battle for the Grid, and have the Ninja Turtles as the Power Ranger suits and shit. That'd be dope. But anyway, wishful thinking, but. I'm actually really digging it. Like, I can't wait till the Shredder one comes out, because that's the one I'm looking forward to the most. But they've done really well. The head sculpt of the turtles are not bad. Like, everyone was bitching about it, and I don't find them that bad. They look like the turtles. Like, I don't have much to say about the head sculpts. I think they look fine, but a lot of people are bitching about them. So, but other than that, they look really cool. And yeah, I'll get some probably unbox eventually, and you'll see it soon.
Yes, sir. Hopefully. How far off is the Shredder?
I don't know. This one they happened to get it early, and that's the reason why they sent it. Like, I think these were supposed to release in the end of March.
No, I mean, did they also have a date for him, or was he just like, we'll send it when we send it?
Like the end of March.
Oh, for him as well?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it was for the whole set. It's just that they've been delaying shit like left and right, and then they'll get shit early, and then they'll delay shit.
Okay.
It's a big mess. I had to cancel some of the things because I honestly didn't care to get it, and I found them in other places. So I'm like, all right, if anything, I'll just get it there and whatnot. But the turtle ones are the ones I really wanted off these sets, so I'm definitely gonna keep those pre-ordered. The rest of them I can find eventually.
Got you. Maybe they were stuck on a boat somewhere because they got their shipments via whatever that channel is where all the ships go through, and some other store was like, we could just use a plane.
Like Big Bad Toys having the same issue. Well, not Big Super 7 with their 4 turtle sets, and also their Matt Cardona, Brian Myers. They haven't got theirs yet. The Super 7 Super 7 themselves haven't got theirs yet.
Got you.
That's crazy.
It's a lot of that going around, man.
Yeah.
People is just buying stuff and things is getting stuck or not enough parts to go around.
Yeah.
In terms of like PS5 stuff. So consoles, it is what it is. But at least it's still coming, right? But those are worth the wait, you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh,
as long as it's not bad.
Yeah,
the last thing anybody needs. Pay all this money and wait all this time, and the figures come and they suck. Nah, man, can't do that.
They have to be like top notch now because it made me wait like a whole year and shit.
Exactly.
Oh man, like everything that's pre-ordered now that I'm getting in, it was for about a year and a half.
Okay.
So,
it makes sense. Of course, the last 2 years were a bona fide shit show. So
yeah, and it's still quite a shit show.
Yeah, but I will say, at least with the shipping part, remember that was a whole thing of that big ass boat stuck somewhere. So we're not there anymore.
Yeah,
it slowly found its way out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So among that, there's still the chip stuff, right? That's still going on regardless. That's something else. But like at least there's not stuff just stuck on a boat.
Yeah.
Just like damn. That's it, right? We just going. We just here now. Yo, I can imagine. Merc, could you imagine if you were the crew on that boat? I'd be like, yo, when we gonna open these?
Yep.
Cause I'm looking at my calendar. We were supposed to have been there a month ago. You think they still waiting?
Yeah.
Yo, let me open one of these shipping containers. What's inside? Oh my god, there's PS5s in here.
Yep. That's probably why all of them are missing and are overpriced on eBay.
I'm like, damn. Okay, the SKU says when I scan this in the system, it says we're supposed to get 500 in the store. How come we only got 499? So something is missing. Hey, you took one off the. I can imagine that being a Cartoon Network cartoon in a few years.
Yeah,
just the guys who were on the ship that got stuck.
Yeah,
it'd be great. So. Software wise, I just wanted to point out, since you said seafood, that's one thing I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
We already talked about Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Dying Light 2 just came out as well over the weekend.
I haven't. I'm not interested in it, but I've seen gameplay. It looks interesting.
If the highest praise I got was that if you like the first one, you're gonna love the second one. So that's pretty good. I did not get into it, but I did watch not really any playthroughs, but I got to see people just either start the game off when it first came out. I guess that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I got to see like some of the DLC and then how they evolved the game that way. And I will give Dying Light credit. That is one of the most well-supported video games I've seen in a long time.
Okay.
They supported the hell out of that game with constant content, constant updates up until now. So, yeah, I mean, I can imagine how much they're gonna tweak and like fix and stuff because it's a little rough. Like I think the website went down because mad people was trying to get. Cause I think you could. It's doing something with Twitch where if you watch somebody playing it, you get free stuff in game.
Okay.
like little free DLC thing. Like maybe like you get a hat or something. You know, nothing significant, but it's something. And it's
Cool.
like, all right. But because of the influx of people watching and people going to the website to claim, the site went down.
Yeah.
Like at least I saw that happen like yesterday. So we'll see. And then Seafood's having problems today, I think, on PSN with the day early. I forgot what they call it when you are the preload.
Yeah, preload. Yeah.
The preload. A lot of people's timer is showing 0000 instead of like the actual time. So that's going on there. So I mean, it's kind of good. It's not good as in you don't want to have any problems on launch for any game, but like it's kind of a good problem because so many people are like jam packed in there.
Yeah.
Like, yo, let me get that.
That's good. That's a good sign for it, at least. Look, it's selling.
It's selling. Yep. So that's cool. And it's a parkour game. There's
Yeah.
not too many of those. I remember like around then it was like people were fatigued because zombies.
Yeah.
But then it came out and it was like, oh, that's parkour. That's really good.
Parkour.
So, it's like it's damn near like Assassin's Creed. Like once you get upgrades,
Like Mirror
scale
Edge with
buildings.
zombies.
Not even because Mirror's Edge didn't do the up scaling verticality as well. I feel as like, oh, not as well. I'll change it up. Mirror's Edge was more grounded.
Yeah.
This seems a lot less grounded.
Okay.
It seems more of like your character's like a ridiculous badass once you get like leveled up and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's more of what I see. Although you just said that, I think a Mirror's Edge set in a different world and stuff might do good because I heard the last one kind of bombed.
I don't remember. I didn't like
Like
the
I
first
heard,
one that much.
I heard nobody like people were clamoring for Mirror's Edge 2, and then they made a second one. I don't think it was actually part 2. It was something else. I think I had it a subtitle,
Yeah.
and it didn't do good at all.
Yeah, I think I remember. I forgot the name of it, but yeah, it didn't do well. It scored really bad too.
So I think like there's something there, obviously, but like they might need to do something to freshen it up, maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
But I was watching my friend's gameplay. He was on Twitch
which
playing
game?
the Dying Light 2.
Okay.
So I was like, it's not bad. It looks interesting. It's just I'm not really into zombie games, so it's not. It's probably to be something that I won't. I tried getting into Days Gone, and I got burned.
That's a
out.
bad example.
You know what? Because that game was gotten better throughout the time. Like they actually did really fix that game. It's just I was trying to get into it, and just the story was. I still felt that the story was kind of dry.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but like, I feel like that game, although it did credit to the team that made that, it just seemed to be too late to the party.
Yeah.
That's what I feel about Days Gone. Like it should have did better. Like eventually it did good, right? But like I feel like zombies with games are kind of played out.
Yeah, I had no interest in it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like the well is dry. But people like Back for Blood, so you know what I mean. That's zombies too.
Yep.
Anyways, we don't have zombies in the movie we watched, do we?
No. Maybe.
No.
I don't know. They were robotic, cybernetic people.
But that's fine. That's at least I can say this week I don't have to be like, yeah, damn this movie.
Yeah.
So we can get into the well, let me phrase it correctly. It is our comic book and superhero theatrical releases from 1978 until 2000.
Yep.
And this week it is Inspector Gadget. I don't understand. Okay, so how did this one? So does he classify as a superhero?
Inspector
Or was there a
Gadget
comic?
was originally a comic book.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Do you know? Did they say the age?
Pulp comic. It used to be like the Sunday newspaper shit.
Oh, okay. That's kind of cheating now.
Yeah.
So technically, weren't we supposed to watch Dennis the Menace?
He's not,
just
but
saying.
he's not a superhero.
But he's a comic though.
Yeah, that's true. But no,
He's kind of a villain if you think about it.
Yeah. But he's considered a superhero too. So
Okay,
those are
okay,
nice.
all right.
Oh no, not really superhero. Yeah, superhero because he's a robot and shit. So I guess he's super.
He's a bionic man. You
Yeah.
right. You right.
Um,
Anyway,
yeah.
this one,
This one made the list.
yes, sir. So this week's movie is Inspector Gadget, 1999. The release date for the U.S. was it premiered on July 18th, 1999, and was in theaters July 23rd of the same year.
Yeah.
Let's go through because it actually has a fair amount of famous people in it.
Yes, it does.
But it was directed by David Kellogg.
Oh,
Now I want to look through his stuff.
he did Cool as
Just a-
Ice.
I saw that. I saw that, and I neglected to say it, and I wanted to go down past it without saying that first. But you saw it. Yes, you saw it.
That was the first thing that popped up.
So apparently in the beginning he directed Playboy centerfold videos.
Oh
apparently.
yeah.
Says 1986 through 88.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes into actually pretty well-known music videos.
He does a lot of commercials too.
Yeah, but like damn, like Patti LaBelle, if you ask me to, Heavy D and the Boys, like Quincy Jones, like it's a lot. And then you obviously see he still goes back and forth between his Playboy specials. You see him pop in 89. I think the last one is 90. Yeah. No, 91. He still got, yeah. And then you have he has commercials as well.
Yeah, he has a
So
lot of
the Call
commercials, a
Pippen
lot of
versus
shorts.
Barkley.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Pippen versus Barkley. I remember that. Some of his full-length efforts include Cool as Ice. Did you see Cool as Ice, Mark? Did you see Cool as Ice? I did.
There's a chance
I
I did. I don't remember it whatsoever.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
I have
so
no
long ago.
recollection of it.
It was so long ago. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't have judged it with an adult brain though. So I had to have seen it as a kid. You know what I mean?
Someone made fun of it recently, and I think that's why I remember it for.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
remember who. But yeah.
So yeah,
damn.
majority of this guy's
Imagine-
efforts are commercials and music videos.
Imagine
Literally.
having your career. I did Inspector Gadget and Cool as Ice.
Cool as Ice. And that Toyota commercial.
Oh shit.
But yeah, like literally tons and tons. Toyota, Subway, Ford, Verizon,
Yeah.
Gatorade, almost every brand out there, big brand, he's done a commercial for. Like
Yeah.
seriously. So
So
kudos to him, right? It says written by Andy Hayward and Gene Chaplin and Bruno Bianchi. I don't sound familiar.
I
Anything?
don't know who any of those are.
It stars Matthew Broderick as Inspector Gadget.
Yep.
AKA Robo Gadget, AKA John Brown. Also, I didn't know Inspector Gadget had a real name. I thought his name was just Gadget or something.
Yeah.
I don't ask me. I don't know. I was a kid when he came out, so I don't know. Rupert Everett as Sanford Skolex. They don't credit him here as Dr. Claw.
No.
Interesting. But he is also Dr. Claw. He becomes Dr. Claw in this movie. Joelle Fisher is that's true. Brenda, also Robo Brenda. I thought Robo Brenda was pretty funny. Michelle, a young Michelle Trachtenberg as Penny. Andy Dick as Kramer. Sherry O'Terry as Mayor Wilson, which she's from SNL.
Yep.
She's hilarious. Mike Haggerty as Sykes. Dabney Coleman as Chief Quimby. He's also pretty funny. D.L. Hughley as the Gadget Mobile, the voice of the Gadget Mobile.
Yes.
And I think that's about
Mr. T as
who
himself.
was. Well, no, we got the professor Renee. I cannot pronounce his name. Aber Jonas, Noah, because it's French. You can tell. As Artemis Bradford, so he's the professor.
Yep, yep.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, Mr. T. There was a funny little segment where they had a cameo squad. of minions,
Yeah.
which I thought was it's like so. Credit where credit is due. This movie has a lot of small moments in it that make me like it
Yeah.
more than I thought I would. Like the overall picture is just generic kids movie,
Yeah.
Disney style kids movie. Because as we are told many a time, this is a Disney movie.
Yeah.
They constantly say that. And so in the late 90s, early 2000s, there just was a style. This almost kind of like if you had told me this was in the same vein as Spy Kids, I would believe it. It's like there's a lot of stuff here and the way they do things and the shots in the movie and like I told you about the fourth wall breaking and the zoom ins on faces when silly things happen. The dog is almost like a Disney trope. Like there's a lot. And for that, like I could say it's kind of like a known quantity because of that.
Yeah.
But the credit where credit is due, it does give you a lot of little moments like the minion scene, which I said. So there you have Mr. T, Richard Keel, is famous big guy with silver teeth, who is, I believe, the original Jaws.
Yeah.
Richard Lee Sung, it says famous villain with deadly hat, and I believe he's actually the original Oddjob.
Yeah.
And then you have a few more. Bobby Bell as famous identifier of seaplanes. Hank Barrera as famous Native American sidekick. Keith Morrison as famous assistant to Dr. Frankenstein. I believe that was that Tonto? I think
I think
Hank Barrera was Tonto, and the other guy obviously Frankenstein.
Yeah.
He was Igor, excuse me. So like there was funny things. The henchman, I believe I think that's Mike Haggerty. Yeah, played by Mike Haggerty. He's pretty funny. He kind of gets like dumped on the entire movie, but he's actually pretty funny. He's one of my favorite characters. He's one of my favorite bit players in anything because he's the guy from Seinfeld. I think was it Seinfeld where he was the plumber that died, and then he died for like the whole episode and then woke up like miraculously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was Seinfeld.
I think
That's
so.
one of the most memorable things.
Yeah.
Freaking hilarious, dude. Like that was awesome. But like in this movie, he's like a henchman number one, kind of goes through a transformation as Claw does as well.
Yeah.
It basically starts out with Matthew Broderick's character as a security guard, not a cop.
Yeah.
And his dream is to become a police officer. So you find out he failed the test, or at least he got turned down.
Yeah.
For taking the test. They said 2 years as a security guard, not enough experience. Yeah, not back then. I can imagine if you were a security guard now. Yeah, that's enough experience because things ain't the same. Things is going down nowadays. So you see, he feels that they introduced to Penny and Brain rather quickly. So you get that. Brain does not talk. He is not a smart dog yet.
Yeah.
They kind of don't really have the tropes for Penny and Brain in this movie, like to one-to-one them with the cartoon.
No, they didn't.
Because she's gonna say she's kind of like not a jerk, but she's the classic stowaway character. She's the one. She kind of in the show she would really be the one helping Inspector Gadget solve the crime.
Yeah, but she also like snuck on the car and things like that. She was a stowaway, but she used to help out a lot.
Mm-hmm. So there was kind of like that little thing where the kid is secretly the brains behind the operation.
Yeah.
Gadget was clueless. And this one, it's a little less of him being clueless and more of him just being really naive.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of stuck in this world of like, it's a very, very small town. And he's not really... there's a scene where two guys are stealing a car, and he's just doesn't know what's happening. So he literally unlocks the car with his gadget keys for them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the characterization of Matthew Broderick's character, like kind of naive, kind of simple, very optimistic. Let's just leave it. He wants to pursue his dream. Then you're introduced to Sanford Skolex, aka Claw, just an evil guy who I guess he was doing wrong. His henchman was doing wrong. So Gadget ended up chasing him for breaking the law. And because of that, Gadget gets kind of dark. Gadget gets killed.
Yeah.
He gets murked. He gets blown up, actually. But in the process, Gadget's bowling ball flies out of his car in through Skolex's sunroof, and it smashes his hand.
Yep.
And there we have the birth of Dr. Claw. So you at least get the origin story for both characters. They both kind of make sense. I mean, it's really
very convenient.
Yeah, but it's how it falls into the Disney tropes of everything. The hero inadvertently makes the villain, and the villain inadvertently makes himself. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like that. If he didn't kill Gadget, he wouldn't turn into Dr. Claw. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, again, it's very, very tropey. So, do I take points away for that? I don't want to, because at least it's not done poorly. You know what I mean?
No, I think they did. I think they did a good job in just like maintaining what Inspector Gadget was. I think they did a good job in just presenting him like what you remember from the cartoon. It was a fan service movie more than anything. They try to make sure they had the helicopter scene. They try to make sure they had the spring legs, and they try to make to have all the silly gadgets he always had in the game. In the cartoon TV series. I was kind of a little disappointed with the car. I used to like the Go-Go Gadget car, and I was kind of wishing there would be more like that.
Yeah, it kind of.
That's the only thing I didn't like. He had like a pimp car.
It was a pimp mobile with a black man's voice. And it was like,
yeah, I didn't care for that.
It's kind of tropey, real tropey in a negative way. But I'll give DL credit. He at least made it work. He wasn't the most grating character, but I'll be honest, I could have did without him.
Yeah, I think he was just there as just
because he was just like a sassy robot.
Yeah,
like robots aren't.
Those are the 99, the early 2000 tropes. We gotta have a slave. You gotta have that Joker.
You gotta have that thing, that ethnic, urban, because it's not just like black guy. It's gotta be hip.
Yeah,
and his thing was he was supposed to be kind of cool. As the car. So it's that thing where like, well, we discovered that black people can be cool, so let's just make them cool all the time in the movie. Yeah. So there you go. So there's that. You know, there's I want to say like it's kind of a standard villain plot though when you boil it down. He's trying to take over the city. At the end of the day, he wants to make the robot. He was a rival to the professor. Yeah. Right? He technically kills him. He murders him. He has a murder. He has his drones murder. He has his battle bots kill him. Because literally that's what his little drones were, battle bots. He had his battle bots kill the professor and steal his technology, which was it was a link between the human brain and basically like a cybernetic foot. Yeah. But it's funny because the mayor's like, what kind of sick people are you for chasing over a foot? Like, again, it has these little moments where people say certain things and it's like, that's pretty funny. Yeah. But you get, you have him, he wants to, that cyber foot will basically complete his process because that wacky doctor was onto something. Like, you know how it, like Doc Brown, like, it always takes that kooky doctor to find the one thing that the real serious guy, he couldn't figure it out. Yeah. Because he's out of the box, basically. So with that being what he's after, the daughter ends up using the technology to bring Gadget back. Yeah. And so he kind of has to thread this line of, at first, trying to sneak in around her to get in her good graces and see what's up, because he realizes even though he killed the guy and stole it, he doesn't know exactly what is the big deal. Like, how did this guy do it? And then trying to get close to the daughter and see what she knows without exposing himself. But she finds out later on that he killed her father. Yeah. And so she ends up hating him and whatnot. So like there's that whole through line. So again, I cannot fault it for, this movie doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. No, No,
They're
it
pretty
makes
clear
sense.
with it.
So yeah.
And then I guess
Accurate to the cartoon, no, but maybe for the better, I guess.
I think it played the part for the cartoon though. At least it did. You could know it was an Inspector Gadget. It wasn't like far fetched from the character that it originally came from.
Yeah, that's true. They played the song in the beginning. They said the Go-Go Gadget stuff. They tied it in with the father so that it made sense.
Yeah,
and that Gadget was secretly in love with the daughter before he got killed. So there's that. So like they do the work in this movie to tie mostly everything together and tie things up. Yeah.
And then
there's Evil Gadget.
Yeah, I think that was the highlight of the movie, was Evil Gadget, because he was just fucking retarded.
He was hilarious because he was pure chaos.
Yeah,
I love the big giant teeth, the
just, like,
wacky smile, like Matt.
So sorry, swinging everybody.
Yeah, yo, that come on, that was fun. And he just tossed him. He tossed him.
Yeah,
like I understand. What is this movie rated? Was this PG?
PG.
There's quite a bit of like people dying off screen in this movie.
Yeah,
just gotta say.
This definitely.
Once Robo Gadget shows up on the scene, he's just an agent of chaos.
Yeah,
because that's what his job is, to just go into the city and destroy stuff to make Gadget look bad. But like before he does, he gets some pretty bad stuff done. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just like Matthew Broderick's characterization of the evil Gadget, though. I do. So that's a positive. And overall, it surprised me. I forgot a lot about this movie. I only saw it once on VHS a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I do not remember liking it. And I remember seeing that there were more, and I was not interested.
Yeah.
But this one was all right.
Yeah, the sequel has like a whole different cast, though.
That is the thing. I think it has the guy from Third Rock from the Sun as Gadget. Yes.
French.
And you know what?
Something.
You know what? I like him as an actor, so I might just take a peek at 2.
Okay.
But like, the one thing I will say, this was better than I thought it was. Okay. So I'm going to give it a 3, just for like being much better than I thought it was. Yeah.
So your 3s consist of The Shadow, Guyver, Steel, Superman 3. Those are your 3s.
I'm gonna put it over Steel.
Over Steel, okay.
I like this more than Steel. And this movie's incredibly short. This movie's like an hour 20 minutes, maybe like an hour 15. But like seriously, like an hour 15. I was like, what? All right.
And then I will give this. I'll go with a 3 as well. Yeah, I'll go with a 3 as well. Put it right under Toxic Avenger 2.
I will give it one more little piece of credit. CG wasn't bad. I noticed. Yeah. It got the budget for the CG.
It was that.
And the practical effects for the robots and stuff, like when they took the jacket off and he's just a bunch of wires and junk under there. Yeah. Like, I like that. I like at first I couldn't care less about Claw's hand, but I see it. I'm like, it's not bad, because at least it's a physical prop.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too bad.
I think McDonald's did the toy like that too. Like if you got all the pieces of the toy together, you could make that big Inspector Gadget.
Really?
Like him without the when they showed the insides, yeah. Mm-hmm. So all the toys were like Inspector Gadget, like spy gear and shit, and then if you put it together, you made the big Inspector Gadget.
Huh. All right.
I remember that in the McDonald's toy. I think it was McDonald's. Yeah, I gave it a 3 as well. Like, it wasn't bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse when it wasn't. So, as of right now, Inspector Gadget makes my number 35, and it is your number 37.
37?
Yeah.
37?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
You sure it was 37?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 37. All right.
Yeah. Right now, my top 10 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles RoboCop is number 2. The Mask number 3, Batman number 4, RoboCop 2 number 5, The Crow number 6, Superman 2 number 7, Blank Man number 8, Men in Black number 9, and Blade is number 10. For yours, it is RoboCop, Turtles, RoboCop 2, Batman, Toxic Avenger, Superman 2, The Mask, Men in Black, Blank Man, and Blade.
Yes, sir.
Our next movie is starring Ben Stiller. It is Mystery Men.
Oh, okay, cool. I've only seen it one time. I think it was like HBO or Showtime.
Yeah.
I do not remember the movie that much.
So
I know somebody didn't somebody fart in that movie. Like,
Yes.
That's
I think
one
that was
thing
a
I
power.
remember.
It was Pee Wee Herman, I think. Character.
That was
He
one
farted.
person.
Yeah.
He farted. There was the part where Kel was invisible, but he was just naked because
Mhm.
his powers didn't kick in or something like
Yep.
that. And then later it happened, and
Yeah.
that's all. And the bowling ball.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
It's probably those all in the commercial.
Yes.
All right. So Mystery Men is the next movie. Then we have The Virus. Then we have Citizen Toxie, The Crow Salvation, The Specials, Unbreakable X-Men. Once we
I'm
finish,
interested in Citizen Toxie the most because we've been through so many
Yeah.
already. I'm just like, what the hell is this gonna be?
me too. I'm like, how bad is it gonna be? Seeing that it's such just far from the last movie.
Yeah, and then they were on a steady decline. I feel.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have 6 movies left, and then once we finish X-Men, we're just gonna continue just straight Marvel movies.
But are in total, would it be too many if we added everybody else? Because I don't know. Were there even that many other companies making superhero movies
yes.
at the same time?
Yeah.
And that had besides DC, obviously, we did do some of those already. But like theatrical releases, other companies besides DC.
If we do it like the comic book superhero movie, yeah, there's gonna be a lot. We would probably have over 100 movies.
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
Because we have also like the movies like V for Vendetta, we have Watchmen, we have League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, we have The Kingsman, we have Kick-Ass, we have I wouldn't mind doing it. I would
This
just
doesn't
have to
sound bad
restructure
at
the
all.
list. Huh?
You mentioned all movies I want to see.
Yeah, so like we can do that. We could just do straight superhero comic movies till now, and yeah, we're gonna have a bigger list. But yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, I like that idea more. I'm just gonna put that out
Okay, because then there's quite a few like straight to DVD ones too that are.
Because the thing is about this list that we've done mostly so far
Yeah.
is that I actually like seeing the random weird stuff that's
Yeah.
just like, what is this?
Yeah, so
I've only heard of this.
we're still like debating on what we do after this anyway. So that's what it's gonna be. Then I have to restructure the list, and we'll see where we go from there. Cause I went from 2000 all the way to 2022, so our current year. So anything we'll probably still be doing the list, and we could catch up with the thing as well. Yeah, we can still do that. Because there's quite a few. There's a lot. Are we gonna do animated movies as well?
I wanted to keep it to live action.
Okay. So seeing that it was just
Because we did so many already, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if we do animated, we could just do one big ass list from the beginning to the end.
Yeah. Because the animated movies is just like theatrical wise, it was honestly with Marvel's list, it was only 2. It was Big Hero 6
Really?
and then Spider-Man.
Really?
But
Okay.
It was only 2 of those. But like you go DC, you want to go like animated movies, then you got to go to the DCU
Yeah, I
shit
know.
and things like that.
I know.
But they weren't theatrical. There was a
Really?
few that were theatrical, but it was like a special
Wow.
theatrical.
Okay.
So
Did not know that.
so yeah, so we're still debating where we go. So if we do straight like comic superhero movies for the rest of the time, then yeah, that changed the structure a lot, and we'll see where we go for that. And I'll start building the list and see where we could get.
All right, cool. I'm pretty sure, at least for the information wise, somebody has that list.
Yeah. So we'll see. You'll see where we go for that. Because then we also could look at what we have reviewed before, and maybe we would just re-release a certain movie if we don't want to do it again. Because then we go through the MCU again, we go through the DC shit again.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So those are the things. Like, that's where I'm like, do I want to go through Batman vs Superman again?
No, I don't want to go through Batman vs Superman
or fucking Justice League, the 5-hour movie.
No.
But there's ones I'm interested in to revisit that I have not watched, like Batman Begins.
I've never seen that from beginning to end.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time.
And I've never seen the third one either.
Third one was not great, but the first one was
even
good. It's just I haven't seen it in a long time.
Okay.
So I'll adjust the list, and we'll pretty much will adjust to see what we do with that. But right now we still have 6 movies on this list, and then we'll end there. So I'll just honestly, it'll be straight theatrical movies.
Okay.
It won't be straight to DVD or anything like that. So every movie has to come on theaters, because then that'll cut down the list a little bit.
Good.
If we do straight to DVDs, then I know a bunch of other ones that are gonna pop up because they're based on like Ghost World and fucking like Super with the dude from Office and
oh yeah, that was a good movie though.
That was a good movie. But a lot of those movies are gonna, a lot of those are straight to DVD.
Mm-hmm.
But there's gonna be a lot of that will just extend the list a lot longer because there's a lot of straight to DVD ones.
I mean, at some point, that has to change in terms of what is the qualification, because streaming services came out and turned it into the movie theaters and so, and kind of like last year, the past 2 years, basically. Yeah. So like at some point,
well,
like, I guess
like technically Black Widow would have been it still came out in theaters, but it was streaming as well. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes, it's like, you know what, you could probably just count on a streaming movie.
Yeah, like, yeah, we'll see. Like again, like or we'll just see how popular it is and add it to the list. So I'll go through the list and shit like that, and I'll send you like, oh, how's this movie, and shit like that. So we'll see. Okay. There's a lot of shit coming. We keep this going because there's always something that's guaranteed to talk about when we do these casts. Sometimes we have a little bit of news and things like that, and then these are usually the vast of the conversation. So it works. It works, and it keeps us doing shit.
So in the meantime, go ahead and watch Inspector Gadget. It's all right.
It's all right. It's on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah. This is true. It's a Disney movie.
Yes. All right. So again, next week, Mr. Eman.
Yes, sir.
And we wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress, so check it out.
Yep.
Where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, all Mark with the mic. Also follow our Facebook pages, the RedCycloneInc, and the Wrestling Battle pages. We are very, very vocal on there, so check those out. And always remember, follow the Yankees.
He's hungry.